Hello guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Temitayo and today's video is about how to draft a simple basic sleeve block pattern. So let's get started. So these are the measurements I'll be using to draft out my basic sleeve pattern. The first is my bicep, that is the fullest part of your upper arm as you can see on the screen. Then the length of the sleeve, the short, the three-quarter and the long with their round circumference. So the short sleeve is 8 inches while its round circumference is 12 inches. Also, the three-quarter sleeve length is 14 inches while its round circumference is 11 inches. While the long sleeve length is 22 inches with its round circumference that is 9 inches. So the third measurement is our round armhole circumference. You can get that by wrapping your tape round your armhole or by joining both front and back armhole of your basic bodice pattern together. If you are using the main fabric, make sure you join the shoulders together before you measure the armhole. That is, you sew the shoulders together. So since I did not add any allowance to my pattern, I'm just going to hold both edges of the shoulder together with a paper tape, as you can see me doing. You can also use a sellotape. Please note, you don't add any sewing allowance to your pattern. So after securing both shoulders with a sellotape or a paper tape, I'll just measure my armhole round. That is my neckline and this is my armhole of the front and back bodice pattern. So I'll just measure round carefully to get accurate measurement. You can also double check to be on the safe side. So here I have 19 inches as my own round armhole measurement. So you can measure yours and use your value. So if you are enjoying this video so far, kindly like the video, subscribe to the channel and turn on your notification bell so you can be the first person to see my next video. So we'll be needing our pattern paper, French curve, tape measure and our pencils and markers. Okay, so let's get started. So I'll start by dividing my armhole measurements by 2. That is 19 divided by 2, which gives me 9.5 inches. To get the size of pattern to use, since my pattern paper is on fold, I will use that for my armhole circumference, which is 9.5 inches. So here I have 10 inches, which is okay. So likewise, to get the length I need, I use the longest part of my sleeve length measurement. Here I have 25, but I'll be using 22 inches, which is still okay. So right now, I'll get my starting line on the pattern paper. So remember the bicep is 5 inches. So I'll just measure that 5 inches from the starting line on the center point. That is the folded part. And I'll square the line together. Then I'll place the half of my round armhole circumference, which is 9.5 inches, by placing the starting edge of my tape measure diagonally. Then I'll mark where I have 9.5 inches, as you can see me doing right now. Then I'll mark where I have my 9.5 inches, as you can see me doing. Then I'll connect the points together with a straight ruler. So I'm just going to divide this diagonal line into 4 parts. But to get that, I'll first look for the midpoint of the line. So the line is 9.5 inches and the midpoint is 4.75 thereabouts. I got that by folding my tape measure into 2, as you can see me doing right now. So then I'll also divide each half into 2 equal parts again, which will make it 4, if that makes sense, but you can just follow what I'm doing. The main aim is to divide the line into 4 parts. So So on this first point that I'm touching, I'll come up by half of an inch, which is 0.5 inches, and connect with this small straight line, as you can see. Then I'll go to this other point that I'm touching and I'll come down by 0.25 inch. That is quarter of an inch, and I'll just connect it with a small line also, as you can see me doing. So the next thing I will do now is connect this point to this point, then to this point with a curved ruler. You can also use your free hand. So I'm just trying to make sure both 3 points are connected with the French curve together at the same time. So I'll also connect the other 3 lines, as you can see me showing you with my fingers, still using my French curve. I'm making sure both 3 dots, the points, are touching each other at the same time. So as you can see, the shape you get will look like an S. So remember our round arm circumference is 19 and we divided it by 2, which gives us 9.5. So I'm going to measure that 9.5 on that S shape to get it. Don't forget that this pattern is on fold. So you measure very carefully to get that 9.5. So after getting my 9.5, I'll note that point. So my short sleeve measurement is 8 inches. I'll measure that 8 inches from the starting line, and I'll make sure I measure it in several places so as to get a straight line, as you can see me doing. I'll do the same for the length of my 3/4 and the length of my long sleeve. So in case you have issues with measuring your body accurately, or you are not familiar with how to draft the basic bodice pattern, I'll be linking the videos in the description box below so you can watch and also learn from it. So I just labeled my lines. That is my biceps, my short sleeve, my 3/4 sleeve, and my long sleeve. Always remember to label your lines. So we can start putting the round circumference of each sleeve length. So the short circumference is 12 inches. So I'll divide that 12 inches by 2. Remember the pattern is on fold, and 12 inches divided by 2 will give me 6 inches. So I'll mark my 6 inches. Then I'll move to my 3/4. The round circumference is 11. I'll divide that 11 by 2. And I'll get 5.5. To get accurate measurement, you can fold your tape measure into 2 so you can get perfect readings. So I'll repeat the same thing on my long sleeve length. My long sleeve length is 22, remember. So the circumference is 9. That is my wrist round is 9. So 9 divided by 2 gives me 4.5 inches. So I'm going to connect with a straight ruler, as you see me doing right now. But I'll use the curved side of my French curve to connect the bicep to the short sleeve, as you can see me doing also. Then I'll also connect back to the 3/4 with a slightly curved side. So that's all about our sleeve pattern. So basically this sleeve pattern is 3 in 1. We can get our short sleeve, our 3/4 sleeve, and also our long sleeve. You can also alter this sleeve pattern when you want to make your other sleeves like bishop sleeves, gather sleeves, puff sleeve, and so on like that. So now we can cut our sleeve pattern. So this red line signifies the short sleeve, while the green line signifies the 3/4 sleeve and the blue line signifies the long sleeve length. So this sleeve is a master sleeve pattern. So to get our short sleeve from it, we'll just get another folded paper and place it under the basic sleeve pattern, and we'll just trace it out with a tracing wheel, and you get your short sleeve. You can also get your 3/4 sleeve from it by placing a paper folded one under this basic sleeve, and you trace your 3/4 out. And so like I said earlier, this is a sort of 3 in 1 sleeve. So you can just make this for yourself and keep. Anytime you want to sew a short sleeve, you get it from this pattern. If you want to sew a 3/4 sleeve, you also get it from this pattern. You don't need to be making too much patterns when you are making different kinds of sleeves. So after tracing my short sleeve length with a tracing wheel, I cut it out with my scissors. So can you see the broken lines traced with a tracing wheel? Can you see the lines? So I'm just going to cut it off from that line. So this is a short sleeve pattern derived from that standard sleeve pattern that we made earlier. Can you see? So we can also get your 3/4 from it, like I said. If you have been enjoying this video so far, kindly like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notification bell. You can also drop me comments. You can ask your questions and I'll be in the comment section to answer. Thanks for watching and see you in my next video. Bye.